Today we are going to talk about Asatmya Ahara. So starting with the Shadkriya Kalas to look at the sequence. First is Sanchaya, accumulation. Accumulation of what? Asatmya Ahara, which is basically the intake of harmful substances like pesticides, nicotine, alcohol, artificial flavors, colors, fluoride, etc. They build up and accumulate, and our body is super intelligent. It's able to filter out these toxins, but over time it takes a toll. And so that's the progression that we're going to be looking at today. So after the accumulation, Sanchaya, we have Prakopa, in which the doshas get aggravated, mainly the subdoshas of Pranavata, Alochika Pitta, and Tarpaka Kapha. These three get aggravated, and then we move into the prasara stage, in which the heart and the esophagus are affected. And then we move on to the fourth Shadkriya Kala, which is Tan Samshaya, dislocation. So essentially the hypothalamus, vertebral extracranial nerves, and the pituitary are affected. And then we come to Vyakti. So you actually see the physical manifestation in the appendix, the lingual extracranial nerves, and the lacrimal glands. And then moves on to the Bheda stage. Structural changes are seen, and that could be inner ear, nostrils, pupils, etc. But those are the main locations in which the changes take place. And then we come to Vikalpa, the trauma. So as a result of these things, it affects the mind, body, and spirit. And so it is called Vikalpa. And what's happening is the internal environment is affected, which we call Ashaya Parkasha. And then in turn, the Agni is affected. So from the different Agnis, these are the main Agnis affected. Sadhaka Agni, which is important in the processing of neurohormones. Alochika Agni, which is really important in the processing of stimuli. And then we have the bhavas, or signs. And that is mainly, you see it in the Koshta Agni, in the form of disturbed digestion. So this could be anything from food sensitivities, low appetite, bad breath, bloating, regurgitation, sticky poop, have to wipe a lot, super stinky farts, things like that. They come about, and then it affects the Dharakala and the Ashaya, which is the place in which it holds these things, and the doshas are aggravating and having a snowball type of effect, mainly on the Sleshma Dharakala and the Sleshma Ashaya, and the Rakta Dharakala and the Rakta Ashaya, as well as the Dakshina and Vamasthana in females. And then it in turn affects the siras, the arteries, especially the mesenteric arteries, which are located right on your belly area. And this creates a conducive environment for Krimi, specifically the aerobic yeast, Rasaja Krimi, and the extracellular parasites, Raktaja Krimi. And then from there, to distinguish, we have the Durnama Krimi, the pathogenic ones, such as Rhodotorula and helminths. And then we also have the non-pathogenic Krimi, which are the Saccharomyces boulardii species. And then we have Dhatugata Ama forming. So from the different types of Ama, we have Rasarupa Ama. So essentially, that creates a lack of digestive enzymes, as well as Amavisha, additional toxins in the body, which are circulating and cannot be expelled easily. So what's happening is the karma is tiryak gati. So that is the gati, or direction, spreading to the dhatus. And this could be in the form of leaky gut, meningitis, lymphadenitis, vitamin deficiency, anemia, or autoimmune conditions. The chikitsa, mainly we want to do amapachana, so we can get rid of these toxins efficiently and effectively, and with the main concept of apunarbhava, and that's why diet and lifestyle are so important to avoid the recurrence. And the main dravya of choice here would be amaltas. Thank you for tuning in.